rebounds, me-bounds, T-bounds. If it's coming off the backboard, that's mine. That's mine. Angel Reese is back in the building. Now, this can go one or two ways. One or three ways, really. Number one, there's a lot of bloopies, and we get some content.
Angel Reese is back at Unrivaled, and the league just bent every rule it has to make it happen. We're talking about a three-way trade in the middle of the season, moving players around like chess pieces, all to bring back someone who didn't even finish the inaugural season. So let's talk about what this actually means, because the official story and the real story are two very different things.
Are the same two people that are just moving around pieces on their chessboard because they want to. They're playing checkers with y'all because you guys are just pieces on a board. A bunch of pawns on the board, dare I say. But it could only go one of three ways. We get bloopies, ratings go up, ratings stay the same. If they go down, yikes. If they go down. Let's get right into it. Please like the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
There it is. The foundation of Angel Reese's entire brand was built on that national championship game against Caitlin Clark, 2 years of riding that wave, positioning herself as the reason women's basketball matters. And look, credit where it's due. That moment did create attention. But here's what nobody's asking. If you're truly that important to the game, why did Unrivaled's ratings stay flat without you? Because let's look at the numbers. Before Angel came back, Unrivaled was pulling between 130,000 and 150,000 viewers on Friday nights. Respectable numbers for a startup league in February. The question everyone's dancing around is whether her return actually moves that needle, or if this is just expensive nostalgia for a championship run that happened with her watching from a nightclub via FaceTime.
Ray Stevens, are you okay with just getting traded on a whim? Let me know your thoughts as right in the comment section. I'm just curious what you guys think. Let's get right into it. WNBA star Angel, my Angel Reese will return to Unrivaled to defend the championship. Oh yeah. What trade allowed Angel Reese to join?
That's the part that keeps getting glossed over in all these announcements. Angel Reese was named Defensive Player of the Year in Unrivaled's first season. She had that historic 20-20 game against the Lunar Owls. But when it came time for the championship game, the actual moment that mattered most, she wasn't there. She was literally FaceTiming her teammates from wherever she decided was more important than finishing what she started, and this isn't the first time. She didn't finish her sophomore WNBA season with the Chicago Sky either. There's a pattern here, starting strong, generating headlines, then checking out when the grind gets real. So when Unrivaled executes a three-way trade to bring her back, moving Courtney Williams to Vinyl, sending Azura Stevens to Hive, all to clear a spot for Angel on Rose, you have to wonder what they're actually paying for.
NBA star Angel Reese is returning to Unrivaled. On Wednesday, what charge was James Pierce Jr. arrested? James Pierce, you're a piece of shit. I talked about this on my football channel. You're a piece of shit. WNBA star Angel Reese is returning to Unrivaled. On Wednesday, the Miami-based 3-on-3 league announced Reese would be coming back for her second season, after initially opting not to play. She is rejoining Rose BC, the team she helped win Unrivaled's inaugural title. Well, that's not true. We're one paragraph in, and we're already telling lies. Angel Reese didn't play in the final.
Now here's where it gets interesting. This trade happened after Unrivaled had already been running for a month. They've got their rhythm, teams have their chemistry, and suddenly they're blowing it all up. The trade details don't even make complete sense. Rose apparently didn't get a player in return for Stevens? Vinyl gave up what for Williams? The reporting is vague because this wasn't about basketball strategy. This was about one thing, getting Angel Reese back in the building and hoping it translates to viewers. Kalia Copper literally had to call her out on TikTok. Bring your ass to Miami. I'll inbox this Rose jersey. That's not normal recruiting. That's desperation dressed up as banter. And Angel's response? How's that? Like she's doing them a favor by showing up halfway through the season after they've already restructured their entire league around her schedule.
is Hive at 8:45 Eastern on TNT and Chew TV. The game can also be streamed on Max. Angel Reese comes back against Money Mitch. Put him in a ditch. Wow. This shakes things up. I can't wait to watch the highlights, the boobies on Twitter.
February 20th, that's the debut date, right after the one-on-one tournament wraps up. Rose vs. Hive, 8:45 Eastern on TNT, streaming on Max. They're giving her the full promotional push, the primetime slot, the maximum platform, and her first game back against Nafisa Collier's Hive, the team that just received Azura Stevens in the trade that made Angel's return possible. Think about that for a second. Azura Stevens, who helped Rose win that championship, gets shipped out to make room for the player who didn't show up for the finals. How do you think that conversation went? Hey, Azura, thanks for actually being there when it mattered, but we need your spot for the girl with the bigger Instagram following. That's the business side of women's basketball nobody wants to talk about.
Oh, you guys didn't think I was going to leave you empty-handed without the ratings from this past weekend, did you? You guys know me better than that. Friday, February 6th, Unrivaled Lunar Owls versus the Aces, 130,000 total viewers, 50,000 in the 18 to 49 demographic. And then Unrivaled, you have the Hive versus the Breeze, 40,000 to 18 to 49 viewers, 150,000 total. And then you fast forward to Saturday, Unrivaled, Phantom versus Mist on True TV, 70,000 viewers. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I appreciate it.
And here's the uncomfortable question that needs to be asked. Are Nafisa Collier and Brianna Stewart, the two players leading the WNBA CBA negotiations, the same two people who just moved players around Unrivaled like they're playing fantasy basketball with real people's careers? Because that's exactly what happened here. They own this league. They control the board. And when they decide they want Angel Reese back, for ratings, for content, or for whatever reason, suddenly there's a three-way trade that makes no basketball sense, but perfect business sense. The other players in Unrivaled just watched this happen. They saw the rules bend. They saw the mid-season restructuring. They saw who has real power and who's just a piece on the board. And those same two people are about to sit across from WNBA owners and negotiate on behalf of all players. That's a conflict of interest nobody's addressing.
We get bloopies. Ratings go up. Ratings stay the same. If they go down, yikes. If they go down. Let's get right into it. Please like the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. You guys remember this, don't you?
It all started from the national championship game. I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball.
Right.
People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like just because of one single game.
That's right.
And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role. And
So let's game this out. 3 scenarios for how Angel's return plays out. Option 1. She comes back, generates content, creates drama with other players, and Unrivaled gets its viral moments. The clips circulate on social media. People talk about the league. Even if the actual basketball isn't compelling, the soap opera is. That's the optimistic view. Option 2. Ratings actually spike. The curiosity factor kicks in. People who weren't watching Unrivaled suddenly tune in to see what Angel brings back to Rose. Maybe she's been training. Maybe she's motivated. Maybe this time she actually finishes the season. The numbers jump from 150,000 to 250,000, maybe even 300,000, and suddenly Unrivaled can justify the chaos it just created. Option 3, and this is the one nobody wants to say out loud. Ratings stay exactly the same. Angel comes back, plays her game, rebounds everything in sight, and the viewing audience doesn't budge. Because maybe, just maybe, the people who care about Angel Reese were already watching Unrivaled. Maybe her absence wasn't the problem. Maybe the product itself, 3-on-3 basketball in February, competing with the NBA as the playoffs approach, isn't compelling enough. Regardless of who's on the court. Let's talk about those ratings. Because the numbers tell a story that contradicts the hype. Friday, February 6th, Unrivaled pulled 130,000 viewers for Lunar Owls vs. Aces. The second game that night, Hive vs. Breeze, hit 150,000. Saturday's game, Phantom vs. Mist on True TV, dropped to 70,000. Those are the numbers without Angel Reese. Steady. Unspectacular. Exactly what you'd expect for a niche product. Now here's what's revealing. The league has been running for a month without her, and those numbers haven't crashed. They haven't spiked either, but they're stable. That suggests the audience